Billy or something.
He did. He made $1 billion plus. Floyd made a lot of money. And I don't really know Floyd's business, so I'm not going to speak on Floyd's business. But Floyd's very, very, as the world knows, he's money made, very flashy. Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes.
We
say we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month.
Pushing each other to be great instead of arguing on social media. That's just my opinion. And push each other in a positive way. And
we now have one more confirmation regarding Mayweather's true financial status. Floyd's former accountant, David Hall, has instructed boxing fans to forget the cars, wristwatches, and flashy lifestyle and should hear him out. According to David Hay, Floyd Mayweather is not only bankrupt, but he's in huge debts and in the midst of some huge tax fraud. And the money he makes from his exhibitions and deals are thrown into debt payment.
We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
That's a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem.
Dave Hall pointed out a recent issue that confirmed his claims, and what's expected of Mayweather is to come out to deny the claims in his usual way. Multiple reports have often claimed that Floyd Mayweather has been going through monetary problems. According to those, it was a major factor why he entertained a fight with Conor McGregor back in 2017. But in October 2024, he kind of silenced those talks with a massive investment in real estate. In Upper Manhattan, Mayweather struck a $402 million deal to acquire over 60 buildings with more than 1,000 units.
He got all the money in the world. I think they may not want it. Some different countries be wanting different things. Think about it. How many times have, you know, we've been involved with something and we go, nah, man, we just throw some paper at it. And I'm talking back in the days when we was doing our little 1-2s.
Correct.
And nah, they don't want to drop the case. You'd be like, I'll put the money up for the lawyer. I'll put the money up for the bail. They don't want to drop it.
you know, I found myself in the past, you know, the younger Floyd Mayweather, you know, going back and forth on the internet with different people. But I'm in a better place in my life right now. Mm-hmm. You know, I couldn't ask to be in a better place. So the old Floyd Mayweather, when I used to go back and forth with people on social media.
Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything, Mayweather shared with TMZ. Just a month later, he ventured into this territory once again. Mayweather's spokesperson and Mark Karasik, managing member of 601W Companies, revealed in November the boxing legend has invested in one of 601W's flagship portfolios. Known as a heavyweight in the real estate world, 601W Companies boasts a $10 billion portfolio comprising 18 office buildings spread across 10 million square feet. The exact figure was not revealed, but according to reports, this might have been Mayweather's biggest investment ever. However, as the new year started, a fresh controversy involving Mayweather's money matters came forward. The richest boxer in the world, Floyd Mayweather, who famously pocketed a staggering $1.2 billion throughout his emphatic boxing career, is facing accusations of bankruptcy. This comes after reports revealed that employees at Mayweather's Los Angeles gym have staged a protest alleging they haven't been paid.
That's the problem he's going through. I think it may be getting real.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And you would figure his big homie Al Heyman would rectify it.
Al's a powerhouse. Al's that dude. Al should be able to rectify anything. He's a Harvard lawyer. He's smart. He got PBC. Correct. He raised a couple of $1 billion.
A report from the Daily Mail yesterday revealed that the boxing legend's money team company was responsible for paying the employees. So, as a result of the lack of wages paid out, staffers at the facility brought out signs and shouted over a microphone outside the facility on Highland Avenue as a sign of their protest. The employees also alleged that the facility is facing the risk of closure, leaving them unable to pay their own bills. Scenes from the protest showed one disgruntled employee holding up a sign that accused Mayweather of modern-day slavery, while someone else held up a sign that said, "The money team has no dollars," accusing them of bankruptcy.
When I used to go back and forth with people on social media, I don't do that anymore because I'm truly, truly blessed, way beyond belief. You know, what's important to me right now is my real estate, my family, different things I'm involved with. You know, it's all about.
One employee spoke to the news outlet, suggesting they haven't been treated right by the company, and the protest is supposed to bring that public attention. Even if you work for a different company and you ain't getting paid, you're scared to show up and say something because you know how businesses do, the employee said. They silence you and they fire you because everything's at will. The employees also claim Mayweather Boxing and Fitness Group has violated the California Labor Code by denying them their rightful pay.
$1 billion.
Right.
He's strong all the way around the board. I don't know, but you ask yourself a question. I'm sure Al knows about it.
Facts.
I don't know what Al's thinking. I can't even speak on Al Heyman, but I do know, I think if it gets really probably a situation where it's detriment, I think Al Heyman probably.
Interestingly, however, the employees aren't sure whether Floyd Mayweather himself is aware of the situation and all the financial issues they are facing. Who knows if he's aware or not? We don't, another employee said. I was told that we can't tell him. I can't tell him that our studio's closing, and he was here 2 weeks ago. We've been silenced. In light of the fresh accusation against him, what are the repercussions Mayweather's money team could face? California's Labor Code, 210 states' employers will face penalties for failing to pay their employees on time. It can be from $100 to $200 for first-time and second-time violations. The code also states that if employers don't pay wages after 30 days, employees will be entitled to a full day's wages at normal rates for each day the employee had to go without payment. The employees can also file a lawsuit against the company they are working for, in this case, the money team. Furthermore, the threats of the gym's closure are real, as one of Floyd's gyms in Elk Grove shut its doors after the landlord sued the company for breach of contract over non-payment of rent worth $30,000 per the Daily Mail. Interestingly, all these have not stopped Mayweather from developing his real estate portfolio, the latest being during Christmas.
Would go help Floyd. Floyd helped him build PBC.
That's a fact.
He was fighting on PBC. There would be really no major PBC. They wouldn't have signed all them great fighters they got if it wasn't for Floyd going out there making those record-breaking gates and, you know, always yelling Al Heyman and Sam Watson. Sam, my man, he a good dude.
He dropped $20 million over Christmas to add a swanky Midtown Manhattan property to his collection. Situated on 6th Avenue, the 47-year-old's latest acquisition is not just another building, it's nearly a quarter-block stretch of prime NYC real estate. The structure, topped with a billboard, stands at the southeast corner of 47th Street and houses offices and jewelry shops. The enviable location is within a stone's throw from Broadway and mere blocks from landmarks like Radio City Music Hall and Rockefeller Center. Recounting to TMZ, who first reported the story, Mayweather shared personal memories tied to it. "I used to shop in the Diamond Exchange as a young adult," said the boxing great. "I never thought I would end up owning this important property at the entrance of 47th Street, but it does not end there."
So, Floyd, man, like, you got everything, you got the skyscrapers, you got the cars, you got the houses, you got, what's next?
What I'm working on now, I don't really want for nothing. I don't really want for nothing. I mean, it's crazy that, when people say, when you post something, you see all the comments, you see what people were saying?
As previously reported by Afrotech, the boxer owns 9 skyscrapers in the New York area through a partnership with SL Green. SL Green is a company I've worked with for many years, and Andrew Mathias, great business guy, Mayweather said on the Earn Your Leisure podcast, referring to Mathias, president of SL Green Realty Corp. On a walk through the city with the businessman, Mayweather recalled him saying, "You see that building right there? Yeah, we own that. You see this building? We own it." So we was walking and walking. Then he said, "You know, a boxer makes money when he's boxing. A football player makes money when he's playing football. A basketball player makes money when he's playing basketball." He said, "But New York real estate, you make money when you sleep." Mayweather had also revealed plans to be involved in a new casino project that could bring jobs and entertainment to the state. Caesars, SL Green, and Jay-Z's Rock Nation have partnered to bid on building Caesars Palace Times Square.
You had the label, right? You ever think about getting the music again, like helping some artists?
Well, I've been working, a lot of tours, a lot of huge tours.
Oh, okay.
For years. You guys never seen my name on a lot of tours, but I was behind a lot of major tours that was done. A lot of major artists.
That's where Al Heyman came from, right?
Exactly.
The Budweiser Superfest.
Yes.
New York is a beacon, the epicenter of culture. We have the opportunity to create a destination at the heart of Times Square, the true crossroads of the world, Jay-Z said in a press statement. As the situation in his gym unfolds, the question is whether Mayweather is not in the loop about the issues at the LA gym or not. Mayweather soon claimed he wasn't bankrupt, despite reportedly being unable to pay staff working at a Los Angeles gym, in his name, their wages. So, what is the problem for the gym, which has been accused of modern-day slavery in a protest? This isn't the first time Mayweather's gyms have faced financial issues. A Money Team boxing gym in Elk Grove closed after the landlord sued for non-payment of $30,000 in rent. Now, with the Los Angeles gym facing closure, employees are questioning whether Mayweather himself is aware of the financial troubles.
Actually, he's from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And he left a six-figure paying job just to get with me in the beginning, just at the beginning of my career.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. This 25 years ago. He left a great paying job, had a master's degree, six-figure paying job. He left it all in DC, came. I guess he's seen the same thing that I've seen. He's seen the dream and he believed. And he made millions and millions of dollars with me. He's the CEO of Mayweather Promotions now.
Okay. Now, how important is team? Because like you said, a lot of people out here, we be thinking, a lot of people move and they thinking about the money, so they thinking I can do it by myself because I don't want to bust it down and establish a team. When I think a team, I think together each achieve more. How important is that infrastructure?
I think even like people, when you make money, so if I make 100,000, I put 50,000 up. If I make 100 million, I put 50 million up. You always got to put half up.
Hold on, so you just got the other 50 million just laying around? Just if I want to have some fun.
Cause I got guys I work with every day. Just yesterday I made 10 million.
Who knows if he's aware or not? We don't, one employee stated. I was told that we can't tell him. I can't tell him that our studio's closing and he was here 2 weeks ago. We've been silenced. Disgruntled employees staged a public demonstration outside of the gym at Highland Avenue after saying they haven't been paid for weeks, leaving them unable to cover basic living expenses, but scared to report the matter because of the risk of being sacked. We're out here just letting everybody know that they have not been treating us right, a protester told the Daily Mail. Even if you work for a different company and you ain't getting paid, you're scared to show up and say something. Because you know how businesses do. They silence you and they fire you because everything's at will.
You didn't already had everything. There's really nothing else you can buy. So you believe in making everybody else around you. You want to push them to be great. You want to push them to be successful. So that's what I do. I push everybody around me to be great. Even like my security team, I say, listen, while y'all working with me, y'all built your own security team on the side. Right. That y'all got working, doing other venues and making money. Right. I believe in making everybody around me great.
The 47-year-old's Mayweather of Boxing and Fitness Group has even been accused of breaching California's labor code. But this is something denied by an insider who insists it has nothing to do with the fighter himself. Something backed up by the protesters too, who admitted they didn't know if the ex-champion was aware. Allegations of non-payment of wages against Floyd Mayweather are false, Rick Glazer posted to XCOM, formerly Twitter. This Mayweather gym in LA is a franchise that Floyd gets a franchise fee for. Floyd himself has nothing to do with the assets or liabilities of this. These reports are misleading and defamatory.
To really see you a person, you know what I'm saying? And because we're going to put this out, on a podcast, so nobody has their phone out. But, everybody get a chance to see you, see how you come up, see your story, see how you came from nothing to a billionaire now, right?
I've been made a billion.
Damn.
I think I reached that was over 4 years ago.
Over 4 years ago, you reached $1 billion.
I think 1.2, over 1.2.
Any claims that Mayweather is bankrupt can simply be laughed off by his recent spending habits after the man nicknamed Money dropped over $402 million to buy 60 buildings in New York City back in October. It's the start of his retail estate career, and he backed that up by investing an undeclared amount of cash in 601W companies who control 18 different assets worth over $10 billion, covering 10 million square feet.
It's all about helping kids, the new generation, surpass Floyd Mayweather and be a better Floyd Mayweather. So, everything that I did, in a past if it was something negative.
It should be remembered that Hearn was repeating some time ago in every space he was given that Floyd Mayweather had no money, or at least not the money he claims to have, and that this was why he was performing or looking for exhibition fights. Money earned so much during his stellar boxing career, pocketing in excess of $1.2 billion in total earnings, including from his lucrative paydays against Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor. Widespread reports indicate that Mayweather's current total net worth is around $400 million, which has allowed him to live an extravagant lifestyle outside of the squared circle. Despite retiring from the professional ranks in 2017, Mayweather has been fighting in a series of remunerative exhibitions against some lesser opposition, including Deji and Logan Paul.
I'm gonna tell you why I like Eddie. So one day, somebody asked me, because I don't have social media on my phone. Yeah. So they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, "Boy, Mayweather ain't got no money. That's why he doing exhibitions." No, Eddie don't believe that now. Yeah.
The boxing legend has repeatedly insisted he is earning 8-figure paydays from each, even going as far as to nickname them legalized bank robberies. But when explaining why he was accepting the showman-style events, he insisted it was to continue to build his generational wealth. Matchroom boxing promoter Hearn made the suggestion in multiple interviews that Mayweather's net worth wasn't the same as many expected due to his plush purchases. He said, "I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think. I don't think he needs the money, but when you got that lifestyle, when he's spending what he's spending."
Don't worry about that, but me and Eddie got it clear. Didn't we, Eddie?
Yeah.
One thing, me and my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. Anything less.
The climax came when Money ran into him in Las Vegas and confronted him about it. The undefeated former boxer claimed that Hearn sometimes makes those kinds of comments and that they had even already cleared it up. So they began to joke as if the news had been real, to make jokes and to throw themselves at each other again, while their respective groups of friends celebrated what was said by both. The pair crossed paths in Las Vegas in a boxing gym as they watched some sparring, as they were both in town for the fight between Diego Pacheco and Steve Nelson. Mayweather jokingly began in a conversation, "So one day somebody said, because I don't have social media on my phone, so they showed me Eddie?"
Can't be less than 10. Because then we're struggling for money.
I had to show Eddie some of the account.
Eddie was like, "Floyd Mayweather Jr. ain't got no money. That's why he is doing exhibitions. Eddie doesn't believe that. I know he says some stuff like that, but me and Eddie got it clear." Mayweather had a smug grin across his face, as did Hearn, and the pair then shook hands. The promoter then responded, "Yeah, as long as it is 10 or 20, there is no problem. Anything less. It can't be less than 10. The gag sent Mayweather bursting out laughing with a member of his team, as it was abundantly clear there were no hard feelings.
Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mayweather Jr. mentioned that he had even shown his bank accounts to Hearn. Mayweather then clarified, "Listen, I had to show Eddie some of my accounts." Hearn then concluded, "Imagine how much Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter. Do you know what I'm saying? Mayweather is clearly not short of cash, and it is no wonder given his remarkable spending sprees in recent months. The boxing legend has invested heavily in real estate, including his biggest ever $402 million purchase of a series of apartment blocks."
The early sacrifice that I made, that I talked about, when I was signed with Top Rank, I was with a company from 1996 to 2006 for 10 years. Beat the best fighters and didn't make 8 figures at all.
They say that many a true word is spoken in jest, but at least in reality and in the light of the facts, this does not apply to Money, who remains one of the richest former sportsmen in the world. It is currently unclear if he has any more exhibitions lined up, but he has continued to be linked to lucrative return bouts. Hearn never promoted Mayweather, but likely wishes he did, given the star power of the American.
I would make 8 million, 7 million, 6 million on the regular. As soon as I became my own boss, my first paycheck was 8 figures. And from there, I was able to pay myself more and more.
His pay-per-view events against Pacquiao in 2015 and McGregor in 2017 remain the 2 biggest earning fights in the modern era. Despite being by far the richest fighter in boxing history, Floyd Mayweather's wealth following the end of his professional boxing career has come into question, with Eddie Hearn asking about Mayweather's wealth.
I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know.
More and more, and I was able to be my own boss and earn what I wanted to earn. Whereas, and it's not bashing any fighter when I talk like this. Not bashing any fighter.
Floyd, you mentioned...
Hold on.
Sorry.
When I come and do an exhibition or...
In a recent interview with GRM Daily, Hearn has questioned Money Mayweather's wealth, saying that he thinks the 50-0 fighter does not have as much money as he says. I don't think he's got the money he says, that's what I think. I don't think he needs the money, but when you've got that lifestyle, when he's spending what he's spending. As a result, Floyd Mayweather has responded with a new video on his Instagram, where he even boasted more than he would normally do in order to fire shots at Hearn and prove Hearn's claims as false.
How about Mayweather?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era.
In the video, he was presented a check, and he continued by intentionally announcing amount in the check and said, "You know what we do, the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather, CEO of Zeus, I appreciate you. You guys always do great business. That's 6 zeros, it's not bad. It's a deal, I appreciate it."
Money man is back,
You know what we do? The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather, CEO of Zeus, Lemmy. I want to say I appreciate you. You guys always do great business. And of course, if I'm the money man, they gotta have some fun.
But he was a different kind of skill set, he was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes their legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
He then graced another interview where he trolled Eddie Hearn, saying, "When I come and do an exhibition, it's because I love the sport and I feel like it." Floyd Mayweather is known throughout the world of combat sports to be the biggest moneymaker in boxing history. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.